Okay, next we are going to move on to the second method of approximate estimate, okay, which is cubic method. Okay, the name itself is already obvious. It's about cubic, the volume of the building that we want to construct. So basically, when we talk about the volume, of course, the formula will be uh, length and width and height. Okay, so the difference is that when we want to calculate the cubic method, the way they apply the calculation part of the cubic method. So they are taking from if the external part is they are taking from the surface of the external bricks, okay, daripada dinding luar. Okay, so dia tak kira daripada dinding dalam. Okay, they are taking the dimension from the surface of the external bricks, external wall. Okay, so that's for the length. Okay, so the length or the width. For the height, they are taking the dimension of the height is from the top of the foundation. Okay, so from the ground floor lah. Okay, from the top of the foundation up until if you are using flat roof, the height will be end at the half size of the flat roof. Okay, separuh flat roof. Kalau flat roof itu tinggi 3 meter katakan, so dia stop dekat separuh 1.5 lah. If you are using flat roof. If if you are using pitch roof, pitch roof. Okay, they are taking the half size of the pitch roof. Okay, pitch roof separuh tu. Okay, kalau 3 meter separuh tu 1.5 lah untuk. Alright, but if you are using flat roof, the height, the dimension height of the flat roof will end 0.6 meter above the flat roof. Okay, kalau let's say flat roof you stop kat sini, dia ambil dimension 0.6 meter lagi ke atas, tambahkan. Alright, itu secara itu nanti I will explain more later on. Okay, so that's the formula lah. Okay, cubic of volume. Okay, panjang kali lebar kali tinggi. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, pitch roof from top of the foundation to halfway of pitch roof. Okay, separuh pitch roof. Kalau you're using flat roof, from top of the foundation to 0.6 meter above flat roof, atas daripada surface of the flat roof. Okay, ini contoh dalam bentuk diagram. This is your plan and this is your section. Okay, pitch roof dia akan ambil daripada atas foundation, ketinggian, height dia. Alright, so ini perbezaan dia lah untuk apply the formula of cubic method. Okay, atas on the top of the foundation until half of the pitch roof, separuh sini. Okay, so they stop over there for the pitch roof. Okay, for flat roof, they're taking the dimension from the top of the foundation until 0.6 above the flat roof. Tambahkan lagi. Alright, so that's how they determine the size or the height of the building. Okay, in order to apply this cubic method. Okay, nanti I will show you the example. Alright, but in general, cubic method also quite similar to unit method previously. It's not also unreliable. Dia tak terlalu accurate sangat. So again, we need to have support data to justify our estimation cost when we're using cubic method. Okay, so more or less it's quite similar to the unit method lah. Cuma the way they apply the calculations is quite different. Okay, I'm going to share you the example on how we can apply this cubic method. So in this example, the client asks you to calculate the total cost of 2-story bungalow house. Okay, bungalow 2 tingkat. So the data cost given is 1,125 per meter cube. Okay, per meter cube, this is the cost 1,125. Alright. However, the client want to see the difference in terms of the cost when they want to use pitch roof and also flat roof. Is there any difference? Okay, so which one is more economical? It's either using pitch roof or it's either using flat roof. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay, so this is the example. Alright. So the length is 20 meter, the width is 10 meter, the wall thickness is 115 millimeter. Okay, so this is the section. Okay, the floor to floor height is 3.5 meter. Alright, the pitch roof is 1.5 meter, and the surface, the length of from the top of the foundation sampai to ground floor is 1 meter. Okay, so therefore kita calculate dulu pitch roof, volume of the building using this formula. Alright, cubic equals to P times L times height, panjang kali lebar kali tinggi. Alright, volume of building, okay, the length is 20. The length is 20 P. Alright, the width L is 10. Okay, sini tak ada masalah. It's not a problem to determine P and L or length and width of the building. The problem is when you want to determine the height, H. Okay, for pitch roof, again as I mentioned earlier, you nak dapat dimension of the height, you kena start daripada, you have to start from the top of the foundation. Top of the foundation, 1, okay, plus you have 2 story here, 3.5 times 2. Okay, plus for pitch roof, halfway of pitch roof, separuh pitch roof. So ketinggian pitch roof adalah 1.5, half of it, so you divide by 2. So that's how you determine the height of this building or bungalow house using pitch roof. Okay, so you will get here 8.5. So you apply this formula, 20 times 10 times 8.5, you will get here 1750 meter cube. So this is the volume of your building using pitch roof. So after you obtain the volume of the building, so then you can calculate the total cost. So you apply this formula, volume of the building times cost per meter cube. So you have obtained the volume of the building, which is 1750 meter cube, times the cost per meter cube, which is given in this question, 1125. You apply and you will get almost 2 million lah. Okay, almost 2 million the cost to build a 2-story bungalow house using pitch roof. Okay, so that's the first scenario. Okay, the second scenario using flat roof. So the difference here is determining the height. Okay, the height. Alright, so P and L, length and width is the same, 20 times 10. Height, again, start from top of the foundation. Top of the foundation to the ground floor is 1 meter, plus again 2 story, 2 times 3.5. Alright, and then you have to add another 0.6 here. But remember the concept when you want to determine the height of your building using flat roof, you cannot stop at the top of the flat roof. You kena tambah lagi 0.6 meter. Alright, so then you apply 20 times 10 times the height, so you will get 1720 meter cube. That's the volume of your building or of your 2-story bungalow house using flat roof. Okay, so then after you obtain the volume of the building, you apply again the same process, the total cost of the building, volume times volume of the building times cost per meter cube. So the volume is 1720. So the cost per meter cube is still the same, 1120 per meter cube. So you will get 1.9 million 3,000 something. So it's more cheaper. I cannot say it's more cheaper lah. It's more economic when you use flat roof to build this 2-story bungalow house. Okay, so that's how you determine how you generate the approximate estimate for this particular project. Okay, so that's how you apply cubic method. Alright, so next on the following video we are going to move on to the third method, which is the story enclosure method.